Hey, this is Antonio. Welcome back to my channel. And who's ready for some fighting words? In this video, I want to do a fight breakdown / prediction for Alycia Baumgardner versus Elhem Mekhaled. So really quick, if you like the videos, please take the time right now to subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. It really does help the channel. There's a lot of things that I would like to do, but unfortunately I don't have enough subscribers to really get those things going. So that's where you come in. If you could just hit that button, greatly appreciated. Also, if you hit that thumbs up button, that also helps and supports the channel. So let's jump into this. So basically, if you are new to the channel, this is how I do it. I put both ladies side by side and I run down a list of character traits, and I'm either going to credit it to this lady or this lady in this video. And whoever has more points in the end, that's the individual I'm going with for the win. So let's just get started. Speed, Alycia Baumgardner, definitely. Her game is built largely on speed. She reminds me a lot, not in terms of fighting, but just her game being built on speed. A Paulie Malignaggi. He wasn't known for power or anything like that, but his game was built around speed. Angles, speed, and combinations. Get in, get out really quick. That's what her game is also built on. Power and speed. So it's not it's not a combination game with her. It's all about, I want to hit fast, I want to hit hard, and I want to get out of there. I don't want to be touched at all. She does have that Detroit kind of slick style, if she has to, because that's what she's representing. But overall, it's power and it's speed. Power. Moving on to this in the category, I'm going to go with Alycia Baumgardner again. She has more knockouts. Mekhaled doesn't have, I think she has like one. So obviously I'm not going to say she has more power than Alycia Baumgardner. Like I said, that's a part of her game, power and speed. She does have knockout power. She has one punch knockout power, Alycia Baumgardner. So she's just very dangerous, and especially in the opening rounds. So she likes to start off fast. She likes to move her feet around, but you can get cracked in because she likes to pot shot a lot. And that's where that power and that speed comes in, because, listen, it's speed that kills. Anything going past 35 miles an hour is pretty much a done deal, right? So, boxing ability. I think coming from that Detroit style, where it's all about being slick, being smart, kind of rolling with punches and shots and everything like that, I got to give it to Alycia Baumgardner. Her trainer is Tony Harrison. And she's starting to fight like him. And he's actually said it in a recent interview with Brian Stan, where he said, you look at Alycia 4 years ago, and he said, look at her now. He said, she even moves like me because she's been with me for so long. And Tony Harrison is a very difficult guy to hit cleanly. And you can see comparisons of Tony Harrison and Alycia Baumgardner when she fights. And that's very, very dangerous for the future, her future opponents. And she's starting to look like Tony Harrison. Finesse. Well, that again goes with looking like Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison is a pure boxer. He's not in there for power or anything like that. He's in there for finesse. He's in there for the skills. He's in there to show what he's got. He's in there for technique. Those are the things he's in there for. And that's what Alycia Baumgardner is in there for. She wants to beat you, but she wants to look good while doing it. She wants clean, sharp punches. She doesn't want anything sloppy. She doesn't want to be overstepping herself or anything like that. She wants to look good while she's beating you. Condition. This one was tough because if you know anything about Alycia Baumgardner, she's a very conditioned athlete. And when you speak about her, you have to say athlete, because she's an athlete. Like, she looks like an athlete. There's people who look like fighters and there are people who look like athletes. Anthony Joshua looks like an athlete. Tyson Fury is a boxer. There's a difference, and they look like what they are. However, Mekhaled is no walk in the park. She's very gritty. She's very down in the dirt. She's ready for a scrap. She's ready for a schoolyard scrap at all times. And when I say condition, I'm going to have to give it a tie, just because of the way Mekhaled fights. She has to be conditioned because she wants it up close and personal. She wants to be in the trenches. She wants to be in the front line. So I'm going to have to give this a tie. Durability. Now, it kind of looks like condition, but it really isn't. It's just basically how much can an individual take, before they say no mas, no mas. I'm going to have to give this a tie as well. Like I said, the way Mekhaled fights, it's forcing action. It's forcing, let's mix it up. It's forcing, let's put skills over here. Let's put boxing over here, and let's just fight. Let's just fight. When it all comes down to heart and will and sheer determination, Mekhaled said, let's just fight. I'm durable. I can take the punishment, but you better believe I can dish it back out. Alycia Baumgardner, I don't think that's her natural inclination. She can do it, and I have seen her do it in the past. She will buckle down and plant her feet and let her hands go, but that's not her bread and butter, and that's certainly not what got her to the dance. So if you have both of these girls in an alley fight or, in a phone booth, I might have to start leaning on Mekhaled for that. Resume. Alycia Baumgardner has Mikaela Mayer. That's more than enough. She has Mikaela Mayer. So when you match the two of them together, who's fought who? She beat Mikaela Mayer. Done. There's nothing else to talk about. She beat Mikaela Mayer. Done. Footwork. I'm going to have to go with Alycia Baumgardner in this. I think she has amazing footwork. I think she understands a lot of boxers in general, male or female, doesn't really matter, don't fully appreciate or understand that they have the whole entire ring to work with. And it's like, you don't have to stay right here. You have so much leg room to work with. Just work with it. And Alycia Baumgardner is definitely one of those fighters that actually understands that and utilizes the ring for what it is. It's space, okay? It's space, and it's also opportunity. And maybe what's not working over here could work over here. And I think she understands that. I think she gets that. Grit and dog. Who's got more grit in them, and who's a dog when they have to be? If it's a last round and they say, hey, you two look like you're tied up, who's got more grit? Who's got more dog in them? That's tough. I might have to go with Mekhaled on this. I just feel like she's all about that game. Listen, she's showing grit and dog in round 1 and 2. Imagine what she's going to be showing you in round, well, it's women's 10. You know what I mean? So it's just like, that's what she's about. Her game is not speed. Her game is not finesse. Her game is not looking pretty. Her game is not, I got more skills than you. Her game is, how much heart do you have? How much heart do you have? When the going gets rough, what are you going to do? Is it fight or flight with you? That's her game. That's her game. And I'm going to have to give her, grit and dog. Game plan. I think we're back to Alycia Baumgardner in this one. When it comes to a game plan, she can stick to it. And I think a perfect example of that was her fight with Mikaela Mayer. Every round, Tony Harrison would literally tell her to do something, and she would do it. And there was an initial game plan, but you could also see where they were switching up. But she could implement what was a last-minute switch up. That's important. That's very imperative. And not everybody can do that. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody can be like, hey, we worked on this for 8 weeks and now you're telling me to do this on the fly? Not everybody can do that. So when it comes to a game plan and sticking to it, or, switching up on the spot, I trust Alycia Baumgardner to get the job done because she can adapt in a situation. She can listen and she can adapt and she can apply. Not many people can do that. Everybody can listen. Not many people in the ring can adapt. Very, very few can apply. That's special, and that's gifted. Counterpuncher. I'm going to have to go with a tie on this one. I feel like they're both good counterpunchers. I mean, Alycia Baumgardner's fight with Mikaela Mayer, she mainly was a counterpuncher in that fight, and Mikaela Mayer was throwing a lot of heat at her, throwing a lot of jabs and everything else, and she was countering just about everything she can get her hands on. And when I look at Mekhaled, she's really sneaky with her counterpunching, especially overhand rights. And she doesn't have your typical overhand right where it's like this. Her overhand right is almost like a straight. So she shifts her body and just goes like this, as opposed to tilting over. So it's really sneaky because you won't see it coming. You don't realize it's an overhand right until it's up in your face. Body work. Who's a better body puncher? Oh, I'm definitely going to go with Mekhaled on this one. that girl's all about that body work. She's all about going to the body. She's all about breaking you down. She wants to knock the legs off that chair. Definitely body work. It would be Mekhaled. And I think if she's to have success in this fight, she needs to get to the body early and really, really go to town on the body of Alycia Baumgardner. Now I'm going to move into a segment that I call, what does she have to do? Mekhaled, what does she have to do? She has to get in close and stay there. Use a high guard to get in there because, again, Alycia Baumgardner is all about speed. She's all about power. So you got to use that high guard to get in there because you know you're going to get some heat on your way coming in. But she has to get in close. She can't allow, well, it's round 5. I think now I'm going to start implementing my second, half of the fight game plan. No, I think you should start implementing that on round 1. It will greatly benefit you. What does she have to do? Mekhaled has to start a fight if she wants to win a boxing match. What does that mean? She's not going to outbox Alycia Baumgardner. It's just not going to happen. So if she's not going to outbox her, she has to get a scrap going. She has to do something, make it rough. I'm talking about a Marcos Maidana type of fight, almost. She has to, make it rough. Make it rough. Make it uncomfortable. Maybe some pushing going on. Listen, let's just say if I could work you back to the ropes and you try to get off, I might have to push you back over there and get back to work. I got to make it personal. And if I could, kind of tip the scale, how do I say this? If I can make Alycia angry, well, then Detroit to come out. And I want Detroit to come out because Mekhaled likes to fight. She don't like to box. She likes to fight. Mekhaled, what does she have to do? She has to attack the body early. And why does she have to attack the body early? And I just mentioned that. But why does she have to attack the body early? Because she needs to slow Alycia Baumgardner down. That's why she has to attack the body early. It's very, very, very important. This fight is going to be based on how quickly Mekhaled can get inside and what type of damage can she do while she's in there. Because it's not like she's going to be in there for, long periods of time. Alycia Baumgardner, the way she fights, she's not going to have that. And trust me, with Tony Harrison in the corner saying, if you don't get your butt out of that corner, it's not going to happen. So what type of damage are you going to be able to implement once you get in there? So a large portion of this fight is the distance. The distance. Can Alycia fight on the outside, and can she keep the fight at distance the whole night? And can Mekhaled break through Alycia's defenses and make it up close and personal? That's basically what this fight is all about. What does Alycia have to do? Use the jab, a power jab, not just no flicking to see where somebody's at or to gauge spacing or anything. No, she has to use her power jab. She has to keep Mekhaled off of her. Remember, Mekhaled is durable. Mekhaled can take a punch. Mekhaled is there for the fight. She wants a brawl. So you flicking something is not going to keep her away. It's not going to keep her away. You need to use your power jab. If that means you switch to your power hand, by all means. I'm a southpaw, but I actually lead with my with my left hand. Because it's my power hand. And she might have to switch over to use the power hand just to keep Mekhaled up off of her. Alycia, what does she have to do? She has to use angles and move. Mekhaled would have to reset. Alycia has to use angles because, again, Mekhaled wants to get her in a stationary position. She wants to get a one-on-one, mano-a-mano type fight. She wants to get Alycia on the ropes or in the corner. So she has to hit and then move out the way. Now, on top of that, it's upsetting the rhythm of Mekhaled, but also Mekhaled has to reset. And while she's resetting, she can get hit again. Simple as that. She can get popped again. Like, it's never going to be a moment's rest for neither girl in that ring. Let's see. What does Alycia have to do? Don't let it get personal. And Alycia, she is from Detroit, and, that Detroit swag and attitude comes out from time to time. If you don't believe me, go back and look at the Mikaela Mayer fight. Detroit was all up in the building. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, this is the wrong opponent to do that with. Mikaela Mayer is not a scrapper at heart. So you could get personal. Mekhaled is a scrapper at heart. And Mekhaled would love for nothing more for you to feel personal, for you to feel like, I'm going to get some get back and I want it right now. No, she would love for that to happen. That would be up her alley. That's literally you throwing her an alley-oop and she just dunking it. That's literally what that is. So don't give her what she wants. Make it a clean fight. Alycia Baumgardner is a very clean, flashy, finesse-filled fighter, great boxer. Use your boxing abilities. If you use your legs, if you use your jab, if you use your angles, and if you use your feints, I don't see any reason why this isn't an easy fight for Alycia Baumgardner. And with that being said, I have Alycia Baumgardner winning. I just think she is too hard. I think she's too fast. I think she's too knowledgeable of boxing, because you don't have to necessarily be knowledgeable of fighting, because when a boxing match turns into a fight, you're kind of just going on instincts at that point. So you don't necessarily have to be a knowledgeable fighter, but you do have to be a knowledgeable boxer. And I think Alycia Baumgardner is that. And yeah, I mean, but on top of that, she has more points anyway. she has more points anyway. So on top of that, I'm still going with Alycia Baumgardner. But I do think it's a fun fight. And I think this is a good test for Alycia Baumgardner, because she has been claiming that she would like to get her hands on Choi and also Katie Taylor. And both of those ladies like to throw punches and bunches, and they like to plant their feet and scrap. So this would be the right type of fight to get her in tune for those future fights. But drop your thoughts down below. I would love to hear what you have to say. Tell me what you think of the fight breakdown. Tell me if you think I'm right. Tell me if you think I'm wrong. Drop your comments down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And as always, please like, please share, please subscribe to this channel.